Ciao Bella, welcome to Bella Uncinetto. I'm Christina and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. Today we are going to do like a whips and foes video. What have I been working on? What have I been doing? I'm also going to talk about Stash Down 2024 so I can give you my yardage for the month. Oh, sorry, the cat food feeder went off and I was like, what in the world? It's not even time yet. But if you haven't noticed, my videos have been coming out a little bit earlier for people in the US, and that's because in Europe we have already done our fall back for the time change. So the cat feeder now goes off an hour earlier, which is fine, but and I'm sure my cat loves it because he's like, ooh, I get my food sooner than expected. Sorry, I'm just trying to write down my total so that I don't forget it. Okay. So, anyway, I'm going to talk to you about what I've been doing, what I'm working on, what's coming up, so forth and so on. So, good news. I finished my tester pattern for Pink Sheep Designs. Well, as much of it as I can. I still have to sew in my ends, and we don't have the pattern for the pockets yet, but I'm done with everything that I can be done with. So I am just happy and excited that it is complete. It fits really well. I enjoyed making it. I used a ton of yarn making this uh, making this dress. So that has definitely done a lot for my stash down for this month. So I can't show you the dress, unfortunately, because it is a test pattern and I don't know when she's going to release it. So I don't want to show that. I don't have permission to show it. I can talk about it, but I don't have permission to show it. I was using I don't have them with me. I was using Comfy Cotton Blends. It's a 3-weight yarn, so I was holding 2 together, and the color is Mochaccino, which is a solid brown, and then the color Driftwood, which is kind of like a speckled, I want to say variegated, but it's got like specific spots. So it's like brown and blue and white, and they're in like little tiny spots. So I did the top of the dress in the Driftwood, and then I did the outline of the top in the Mochaccino, and then the skirt part in the Mochaccino, and then every so many rows or rounds I put in the Driftwood colorway. So I have literally a tiny bit, not even enough to like, I mean, I could maybe start a, like something in the round with it, but I couldn't even do probably more than a couple of stitches with it because the top took up almost all of the, yeah, almost all of the 2 cakes. 2 of the cakes because I only had 3 of the Driftwood. And then as I was doing the rounds on the skirt, no, the top took up both because when I started doing the rounds of the skirt, I had to take the 3rd cake and hold it from both ends. So from the middle and from the outside. And I used all of that to do the color in the dress and the skirt. So yeah, I used 2 on the top, and then in the skirt I used 1 because I had to hold the yarn double because Evelyn from Pink Sheep Designs does almost exclusively bulky weight patterns. I don't have bulky weight yarn, um, so I held 2 3 weights together, and I was able to meet gauge with that. So thankfully I didn't have to hold 3 together, or the dress would be really heavy and not very comfortable. So I, yeah, I had to hold the other one because I only had 3. I had to hold it from the outside and the inside, and that's how I used up one whole other cake, because I had to do, I did 10 rounds, and then I would do 2 strips of the driftwood, and I did 6 rounds of the driftwood, holding it 2 together, like from the outside and the inside. So I used up all 3 cakes. And then I finished on the fairy dust. I'm so excited, you guys. I finally finished the mushroom houses. When I finished the dress, I was like, okay, now I can pick this fairy dust cowl back up and get to work on it. So I did finish, I'm going to fold it in half. I did finish the mushroom houses, but I'm going to show you the sparkles first. So I'm sure you've heard a lot about this from Sam over at Memphis Makes already. She was the one who was talking about it, and she was showing the pattern, and my daughter was like, oh, mommy, can you make that for me? And I was like, I can. And she was like, then Sam and I will have the same blanket. And I had to break it to her that the blanket that Sam was doing was not for Sam to keep. Sam was giving this to someone. So that did break my daughter's heart a little bit. But she was so excited about this blanket because she loves all things magical. And she was just excited for me to make it. So, and it has to be exactly like Sam's. Even though she understands now that Sam is not keeping the blanket. It has to be exactly like Sam's. Well, I don't have those colors. So I worked with the colors I had, and I talked to her about them. And I keep showing her the progress. She's very happy with the progress. But it has to be just like Sam's. So to that end, this is my sparkle row. And the sparkle row is not part of the original pattern. This is done so that you can practice mosaic and make sure that you can meet gauge, right? So, but when Sam did it, she thought it would be a nice addition to the pattern, so she added it. Because she added it, my daughter insisted that I add it, which is not a problem. I'm not upset about it at all. I don't want anyone to think that I feel pressured. I want to do this for my daughter because I know it will make her happy. But if it was me making the blanket for myself, I would not have added that. That would not have been my choice. But she wanted it to be exactly like Sam's, and that's fine. So the yarn that I used for that was, I did not count this in my stash down because I'm not done with it, but this is Red Heart Hygge Charm in the colorway Comet. And I am going to use this again at the top. So at the top of the blanket, after you get through all the rest of it, before you put the border on, there's like, I think it's wands. And, well, I have it right here. I don't know what I'm saying. I think it's I had to print out the pattern because it's so big that yeah, there's wands at the top. Yeah, there's wands at the top. So after the wands, I'm going to put another set of the sparkle things on. And then, so the red was the Red Heart Hygge Charm and Comet. And then For the white, I'm using the Sugarwheel Cotton Solids in Soft Gardenia. And this was sent to me by Amanda at Obsessive Crochet Lady, who I was originally working on this with in tandem. She got quite a bit ahead of me, so she has also shown the blanket on her channel, and hers looks stunning. All different colors, like we're all doing it in different colors, but for all of us, it was very much, what do we have on hand? What can we use? What can we, and I think it's interesting because the yarns that we have really speak to our personalities, and you'll see what I mean, in the sense that the colors that we have are really like, these are the yarns that we choose. So even though the red and the white aren't being used until the very end, I'm keeping it in the bag because I don't want to lose it. So until I'm done with the yarn for that section, I keep it in the bag. Now I have done the next section is the Fallen Leaves section. And the blanket is folded in half, so I'll unfold it in a minute and back up and show you everything, but this is the Fallen Leaves section. And then this is get it so I can show you the whole part. This is the mushroom houses. It's like flopped over. Hold on. I'm trying to get it to where I can hold the whole thing upright. There we go. I can't see what you're seeing, so I don't know if you could see it all or not. I'm trying to look around, but I can't really see what you can see. So that's the mushroom houses. So for the Fallen Leaves and the mushroom houses, I've used the Red Heart Hygge charm in, let's see, I have this ball band down here. What is this? Evening Star. So it's the purple. It's the purple part here. I'm very far back from the camera. My apologies. And it has all kinds of sparkle in it. So the Comet has sparkle in it, and then the Evening Star. All of the Hygge charm has sparkle for my sparkle. That's why I chose that these specific colors, because one, they're bigger skeins, but also I have a lot of them. I had, well, not a lot, but I had 2 of each colorway, except for the Eclipse, which I have 3 of. So I have a lot of it. And then for the color part here, I used the Hayfield Spirit. I have one here. The Hayfield Spirit DK. This is the colorway Autumn. So it says shade 0415. But if you look at it on Wool Warehouse, it is the colorway Autumn. Now, I was very surprised that because I bought more of this yarn. I had 4 of them. And I did a haul where I showed you that I bought 2 more of these, 2 more of the gray, blue, and purple, which is called Mystery, and then the pastel-y rainbow one, which I think is Sunset. Let me see. I was just looking at them. Where did they go? Sundown. Okay, sorry. I was updating my yarn inventory, Sam. So because I was taking out all of the comfy cotton. Jesus, comfy cotton that I was using. So, and then I bought 2 more of these, thinking that I was going to need a lot for the mosaic. And I only used 1. So I replaced what I used and have an extra. So I didn't even need to buy more. But because I guess in my mind, I was thinking about how all, like, in my mind, every section was as big as whatever the fairy section is going to be. And that's just not the case. If every section was that big, it would be a massive blanket. So, yeah, so now I have 5 of these left because I had 4 and I bought 2 more because I only had 2 of the sundown and they were ones that Sam had given me. And so I bought 4 more of those and then 2 more of these and 2 more of the mystery colorway. It's called mystery. It's not a mystery colorway. I know what color it is. But that is so far, right? So I will back up and try to show you the whole of it so far, if you can see. I can't get it all on camera. I can't see what I'm showing you. Right? So I think it looks absolutely amazing so far with all of the sparkly sparkle in it. And I love the way the variegated is playing out. Next up, I am going to be doing the daisy chain in the blanket. And I think what I've decided, let me grab the other one so that you can, my bad, sorry, so that you can see it. I have that. I need this. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, and you let me know what you think, okay? Because I haven't started it yet. So you let me know what you think here. This is probably going to be a little bit longer video. If you don't like longer videos, I'm sorry. But it's going to be a little bit longer video because after this, I have another project to talk about. I have put some more into my cardigan. I'll just pause on the mosaic for a minute. I'm going to talk about 2 other projects real quick and then we'll get back because I have another bigger project. I haven't done anything with the Wavy Waffle pattern blanket. Haven't touched it. It's still, like, last week, it was almost 90 degrees here. And I was like, it's still too hot to work on anything that heavy. So I'm definitely going to have to wait until it gets cooler to work on it. My cardigan, the Candy Tuft cardigan, I've put more in it. It is almost the length that I want it to be. So I probably have another 1.5 inches to go before it's the length from underarm down where I want it to be. And then I have to start separating. So I do have that. But it's really not a ton of progress. But I have been working on it. So that is the project that I take for, like, training days. If I have a training day at work, because I have to have something to keep my hands busy, because if my hands are busy, my mouth is not. And I need to not let my intrusive thoughts win. I get very frustrated with some of the training, and in order to not let that out, I have to have something else to occupy part of my brain. And so keeping my hands busy when they're talking, like when we're doing a group activity, I'm participating 100%. We're walking around the room. My crochet is on the table. I'm walking around the room doing whatever it is they're asking me to do, right? But when we're sitting, I have to have something to keep me busy. And I don't want to be disrespectful and be, like, on my computer and answering emails and blah, blah, blah. I want to listen. And so I need to do something, or I will blurt out things about how I wish that I had more training that was more suited for my job. Not that this training doesn't help, but there are parts of it where I'm like, why am I here? Why am I here? this does not pertain to me. And if that happens for 2-3 hours of a 7-hour training, then I need something to keep me busy. I really do. So I've been taking it for that, and then also bringing it in the car. So if my daughter has Girl Scouts, I can sit in the car and crochet. That helps as well, getting it done. So I am working on it. And then the Wavy Waffle pattern blanket I haven't put a stitch into recently. So, okay. Now, these are my thoughts. You let me know what you think. So for the next part, the daisies, my thought was originally, now I'm not doing this now. I've already decided I'm not doing this. But my thought originally was to put these two together. This is the Hygge charm in, oh Lord, I can't even see it. What colorway is this? Morning Star. Yeah, Morning Star. And then this is Shooting Star. So this is like a gray, silvery color, and this is like a sagey green color. So I was going to do the daisies in both of these. But, one, they're both 4-weight yarns, and the Hayfield Spirit that I'm using is obviously a DK. It says DK on the ball band. So I can't do both of these, or the daisy part will be thicker than the rest of the blanket. And also, even on camera, they look very, very similar. They look very, very similar. So, this was my thought. I want to do the daisies in a different, like, colorway section. So, I'm going to use the green, right? So, the purple. So, the green will be my main color like the purple was. And then, for this part, right, I'm going to use this James C. Brett Harmony DK. And this is shade HY1. Very inventive. James C. Brett. But it's showing up kind of darkish purple on here. It's not darkish purple. It's that stupid blue light. There's different shades of purple in here. There's like, this right here is a really, really light lavender, and then it goes into a mid purple and then a regular purple. So this is showing up kind of bluish purple, but it's not. And then it's got some greens in here. I think those are all the colors. Yeah, that's green. Yeah. So my thought was, because this is purple, this will complement with the daisies. This is going to be what the daisies are in. And then the green will be the main color. So kind of like the daisies are sitting in the grass. And then when I get to the next daisies, I will have done the black with the, hold on, let me grab it. I've got it all right here. Okay. So when I get to the next daisies, I will have done the black with the rainbow. And then I was thinking that I could do the green again with the blue, because, so it'll be like this. Let me get this on my fingers so I can put it here. It'll be like this, and then, so this will be together like this, and then this, right? And then the butterflies and hyacinths will be in this. Oh my goodness. Let me get there. Hold on, guys. Let me get there. I'm trying to put them all. Boo. It fell. It fell. Hold on, let me get this back. have another one. I shall not be thwarted. I shall not be thwarted. I'll have to pick that up in a second. But anyway, so it'll look something like this, right? I'll have the fairies done in this, and then I was thinking the next daisies could be blue and green because the hyacinths and the butterflies will be in this tealy color with the mystery, because it has the blues and the purples and things. So that was my thought. You let me know what you think. And then for the wands, I was going to bring in this, which is the Morning Star. No, it's the Shooting Star. And keep this. So I would be back to this mystery and then bring in the silver. So let me know what you think about that. And pop that back over there. So I have that ready to go. I'm trying to keep the yarn out. Sorry, I'm trying to get this off the floor. I'm trying to keep the yarn out so that I have it ready and I don't have to go digging for it. It makes for a little bit of a mess now, but it keeps it out where I can see it, because if I put it away, I'm going to forget what I said. So I do think that this purple and green, because there's already green in here, right, in the autumn. And so then if I bring the green of this, right, Morning Star as the base color, that will bring back the green here. And then the purple as the daisies, that will bring in the purple from here. Now it's different purple altogether, but I think it will work. And then, I mean, I can even do the daisies again in this color at the top with the green, because I could, instead of bringing this back from the hyacinths, I can do the wands in this color with this. Oh, Jesus. You see all of that over there. I can do the wands with this color at the top. So I want to use those two together in the blanket somehow. This is already going to be used for the butterflies and hyacinths. I already know that with the Eclipse yarn, the teal color. It's already going to be used. But I'm trying to think further along, and I can always check when I get there and see how it's going to look, but I just thought that would really work. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. For this, I am using my Clover 4.5 millimeter hook for this project. Now, I want to talk to you about another project that I am working on. So this project is, I haven't started it yet. I've chosen my section, my first section, but I have not started it yet because I am working on it with Kay. Kay does not have a channel, but she is an amazing friend of mine, and she is a wonderful supporter and subscriber. So the Knotting Shed, if you have not heard of Kelsey over at the Knotting Shed, you need to go check her out. She will be in the description box below. But she did the Rosewood Manor mystery, kind of like a choose your own adventure crochet-a-long. Not last year, but the year before. So 2022? Yeah, 2022. Because it was the first year that I was here. And I started it. And I was doing okay keeping up. And then work got busy and things went sideways. And it took probably until the summer for me to get it done that summer. because I remember I was at my friend's house at the pool when I finally put the last stitch in. So that was um, much longer than I think she anticipated. But this one is fantastic. I've already started reading yesterday. So for me, today is Sunday. Um, you're not going to see this until Friday. But yesterday for me, I was reading it with Kay, and we were kind of choosing our own sections of how to go here, there, wherever. And then we got to the part where we chose the pattern. So I haven't started making it yet because we're working on it together. Um, I'm actually going to call her here in a little bit and say, hey, if you have time, I'm ready to start probably after we eat dinner. So, uh, this one is called The Stag and the Serpent. If you have not, we just started last week. So October 20th was the first release date for chapter 1. Chapter 2 may already be in my inbox. I don't know, but it comes out today, Sunday. So every Sunday. And it's going through December. Because there are 9 chapters. And then some of them are optional. I think some of the last ones are optional. But anyway, uh, it's a choose your own adventure, but there are a lot more different options this time. And the description says that there's cables, color work, mosaic, all kinds of stuff. And when I read that before the pattern started coming out, I was like, I'm doing mosaic now with the fairy dust. So I feel a lot more comfortable doing mosaic. I'm not comfortable with cables, but trial by fire. We're going to figure it out. So I thought I'd show you guys the yarns that I'm going to use for that project. Would you like to see them? I'm so excited. Um, I love anything that combines my love of reading with my love of crochet, because one of the things that I used to do all the time growing up is I would read until my eyes wouldn't, like, my eyes were so dry because I was just reading, 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 reading. And I have right outside here, um, I have several bookshelves. It's like my little library area. So I have my yarn library in here, right, that I've curated. But over time, over my life, I've curated a significant library for myself. And this may hurt some of your feelings, okay? It would be easier for me to give my yarn away than it would be for me to give my books away. I've had some of those books. I mean, I have books from when I was a kid, obviously, and they're sentimental, but I've had books. Once I buy a book, I typically don't get rid of it. Period. It has to be damaged. It has to be stolen. It has to be. I would rather buy you your own copy of a book than lend you my book. Because I don't want you to hurt my book. I don't want you to dog ear the pages. I don't want you to bend back the cover. I don't want you to do anything with it. I'd rather buy you your own copy than have you mess up my book. So I am, even as serious as I am about yarn, and I have a whole YouTube channel about yarn, I don't want nobody touching my books. Um, and the fact that this combines my love of reading and my love of crochet is just amazing, and I'm super excited. So anyway, these will all eventually, whatever I get done this year will also count for stash down, because all of this was in my stash before. No, not all of it. Not all of it. All of what I'm going to show you now is the second yarn that I'm using will not be. So for the background color, I am using this Hayfield Spirit, no, not Hayfield Spirit, Hayfield Bonus Glitter. So I am going to do it like this. It's worked in 3 panels. Oh, that purple is not showing up true to color at all. No, it is not. No. It is not that dark, friends. It is not that dark. The blue is pretty true to color. The silver is a bit brighter than it's supposed to be. But this purple is much more vibrant than it's showing up on camera. But these are going to be the background colors. So I'm going to use the silver for the middle panel, and then I don't know which panel is going to be what color because it's a mystery, so I have no idea how. I don't even know. I have no idea how that's going to work, right? But this is what I'm going to use for that. So I have 4 of each of these. And if the mosaic, the fairy dust, has taught me anything, right? Um, because this is what I'm using for the fairy dust, these big skeins. And these skeins have 400, I literally just saw it, 432 yards, right? And so these have 324 yards. So I used, for 2 sections of the fairy dust, I used 1 whole of these. So I have 4 of these to make each panel. So I think I have plenty. When I did all the yardage, I have plenty per panel if I break it down for each one. And it's a good thing because this yarn is discontinued and I can't get it anymore. I looked. Even like third-party sellers, I can't get it anymore. So I'm using this. I don't know what hook I'm using yet because I haven't started. But then we'll see. So this next yarn is not in my, will not be for stash down, but I have shown this on the channel. I got this in a Wool Warehouse haul. I just wanted it. I was originally thinking I would make a cardigan out of it, but I think it's gonna go really well with this cowl, so I'm gonna use it for that. So I have, I think this is the 2 different ones. Let me see. Yeah. So this is the Yarnsmiths Lagoon yarn. They have names. Let me see if I can find the names for you. Sorry, I'm trying to go to my inventory. So I'm here, but I'm trying to find my, okay. So 080. This one is Murano Grotto. And then this one is Balos Lagoon. So I'm going to put these 2 together with these. So I think this is going to work out really well because this one has a lot of blue in it. So I'm not going to use it when I use the blue, right? So that I don't lose it. This one has a lot of purple in it, so I'm going to try not to use it so much. I mean, it matches. It looks really pretty. But either one of them will go with the silver. So I put the silver with them. It goes really well. But that's what I'm using. And I have 4 of each of these, so I don't foresee that I'm going to go through all of any of them. I mean, like all 4 of each of them. We'll just play it by ear and see how it goes. But so I have 8 of those to choose from, plus the colors for the background that I'm using, right? And I have them all in my lovely Rita bag that she made me, right? Lena's Designs Rita. Right now I just have the yarn in there. Like I said, I don't have anything started yet. I don't even know what hook I'm using, but I'm super excited to do this project. And I don't expect that I'll get it done within the timeline that the cowl is going on, because she's going through December. And then there's going to be 3 weeks off. So I think we're going through the first week in December, and then there's going to be 3 weeks off to finish out the year, and then come back in January and do like a best of show or whatever. But Kay and I are working on this together. So we are going to stick to This is when we both have time to work on it together and make our choices and so forth and so on. So it's not going to be a quick and fast project. So I will have time to work on the fairy dust and my cardigan, and I will at some point put some stitches in the wavy waffle blanket again. Hopefully it starts to cool down so that I can have that monstrosity on my lap. But for now, like I said, I have the fairy dust and I have this new exciting project. And then I will have, once I get the pockets for the chest pattern, I will have that. So, are you ready for stash down? Because I've used one whole Hygge charm, 5 of my own mochachinos. I did not count the one whole mochaccino that I used that Kay had sent me, because she sent me 3. I did not count that one, and I started using the last 2, but I didn't finish them. But none of that counts in stash down because I didn't have them before 2024. And then all 3 of the driftwood were mine, so I did put those in my count. And then I did 2 craft projects for my, oh, hold on, I'll go grab them actually. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I hope the little buzzy noise wasn't too much for you. I'm still trying to figure out this microphone. I think I should turn it off if I have to pause the video, but I haven't figured out how to make that work. 'Cause sometimes when I turn it off, it doesn't come back on during recording. So anyway, I also am taking part in the Happy Mail Advent project with Antoinette at Hookin' and Stitch and Island Style. This is her brainchild, but my partners, I have 2 partners this year. One is Antoinette, and the other is Christine at Christina's Crocheting. And while my daughter and I were house sitting a couple of weeks ago, we worked on some of these craft projects. So this is one of them that I showed. It's these little pieces of wood with some different, this is the turkey, this is the scarecrow, and then, I gotta get the other one. This is the owl. Aren't they cute? We had the best time making these little babies. So that was fun. That was one project. And then my daughter actually did most of this one. She really, really liked this one. This was the foam pumpkins. I'm trying to get it to where I can show them all to you. So you just wrap them with the yarn, and that was so cool. And then the little sticks come with it, and you can put them, I'm trying to put them somewhere where they don't fall. But so we did 2 Happy Mail Advent projects. I brought more than the 2, but the weather actually turned out really, really nice on Saturday. So my daughter did get some beach time. And then we left Sunday morning to come home. And then all of my chores took over, right? The grown-up things, the laundry and the cooking and so forth. So, that's everything I've done. I've caught you up. Sorry. Oh, this video is really, really long, and I am very, very blurry now. I don't know if that helps. But, so, Stash Down 2024, I have done 3,985 yards. And I keep a little record here for my monthly totals so that I can add everything up at the end. But that dress really took a lot of yarn. So, like I said, I didn't count anything that I didn't have before 2024. But even without that, that was a lot. And then the Hygge charm and the one Hayfield spirit that I used for the fairy dust. So that is all, finally. It's been a lot, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know, please, what you think about the colors for the fairy dust. Should I do, when I get up to the top, should I do the blue for the daisies, or should I leave it and do the purple? What should I do for the wands? Should I do the harmony with the silver? Um, or should I bring back the um, mystery Hayfield spirit, the purple, gray, and blue? What should I do? You let me know. What do you think? Right? And then what do you think about my colors for the stag and the serpent? I would love to hear your thoughts. So I will go. I promise. I'm going to go now. I hope that you are having a great time wherever you are. And as always, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!